What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another stream. And today I wanted to go through Coinbase Ventures. A lot of people have been asking me to go over it, and a lot of DMs coming in, but super excited to kind of dive in and check it out. So they put out a release earlier, and it's very kind of broad and short, but I'll just skim right through the blog post that they released on Medium introducing Coinbase Ventures. Here at Coinbase, we're committed to creating an open and financial system for the world. We're hard at work building our own set of products, and we're also eager to rooting for the best and brightest minds in the crypto space, both in and outside of Coinbase, to develop products and services to create meaningful user and customer value. So this kind of mentality of instilling entrepreneurship within startups is very kind of rooted in Silicon Valley, over the past decades or so, and it's inspirational to see a company like Coinbase, who has millions of users at this point, and they're trying to fund projects in the space, ones that will actually help them in the long term, because it's almost like the Elon Musk approach of, if I give the patents out to my Teslas, then the space itself will grow and my piece of the pie will grow. If other companies are coming into the space, they're innovating, the probability of success is much higher for me, because I am giving to the future community and growing it. So they actually shout out Vitalik here, which is great. Love seeing them kind of supporting him. But last December, he was saying that it can transform the lives of billions of people. I think I talked about this on a previous stream, but the idea that it's, just scratched the surface is very real. And I completely agree with that. And I think that I saw an interesting piece earlier that was like, the blockchain is going after problems. It's like a constant chase, which I really kind of relate to and think that is very much, there's so many problems to be solved, and there's like 2 billion unbanked people still, like people that don't have access to credit and different access to different finances. That's kind of mind-boggling to even think about. That in 2018, the time of this stream, there's still billions of people that don't have access to financial support. So very true, just scratching the surface. And that's why today we're happy to be announcing Coinbase Ventures will be providing financing to promising early stage companies that have the teams and ideas that can move the space forward in a positive and meaningful way. That is just such a bold, eloquent, and beautiful statement for everybody in the space. It's exciting just to see that. That alone, just coming from Coinbase, who did $1 billion in revenue in 2017, and that's on their books. So just the idea that they're going to be distributing out some of that wealth to younger startups, younger hungry people that are in the space. And then they go on to mention their entrepreneurial kind of part of the entire thing. So that's why today we're announcing the formation of Coinbase Ventures. At least in the beginning, our goal is simply to help the most compelling companies in the space flourish. This means that we don't have the strategic requirement of formalizing partner relationships with such companies as some corporate venture programs do. Our focus is on building strong relationships and helping the spur on the development of the ecosystem. And like I was saying before, with the Elon Musk mentality of, I'm going to publicize my patents, I'm going to have them available to everyone, and I am going to effectively just grow the space as a whole all around me, and my piece of the pie will be bigger. We also have a strong Coinbase alumni network, often called the Coinbase Mafia, after the PayPal Mafia, which I like. We are very proud of. People who have worked at Coinbase are encouraged to think entrepreneurial. And that was what I was talking about with the Coinbase or the Silicon Valley kind of reference there. And you can expect that we'll enthusiastically invest in ideas from our own alumni network. So if you go through Twitter, you can kind of see people that are in that network that they're talking about, coming up with ideas, brainstorming just around some of the broken pieces in the system already, not on Coinbase, but just in the industry as a whole. And you can also see us invest in companies that ostensibly look competitive with Coinbase. There may be nuance to the way these startups are building out their products, or in some cases, we may be comfortable investing in companies that are potentially competitive because it is in everyone's interest to see the ecosystem innovate. We're taking a long-term view of the space, and we believe that multiple approaches are healthy and good. In short, it's in all of our interest to see the space evolve, expand, and mature. We'll learn a lot along the way, and we're excited to get started. So that kind of brings me to their Twitter account. Let's pop that up. And if you go to their Twitter account, twitter.com/Coinbase, you will see just automatically their pinned comment is that they have a scam that's, effectively pretending to be them, which is everyone on Twitter, Vitalik, Brian Armstrong, all of the founders of everything have all the exchanges have scams that just have bots running on them 24/7. Anytime they tweet something, it's always right afterwards someone saying, "Hey, I'm giving away Ethereum. Thank you so much for giving me my Ethereum," pretending that there's some sort of giveaway. It's pretty ridiculous. So this first tweet was the one that I wanted to show you guys. The Coinbase index is now on CNBC, and for everyone that's global and abroad, CNBC is a big network in the United States, and it's effectively like a way of monitoring stocks, like the Wall Street stocks, the NASDAQ, the S&P 500. Like, you can go to CNBC and you can monitor these different markets and really just follow along with what's going on in the stock markets. And now Coinbase is actually going to be listed on their index, which is very exciting just to see that. And yeah, they just announced like multiple things today. It was just a rapid fire announcement. But a reminder that our customers will only announce support in the new assets on our platform via our blog. So I believe there was a little bit of confusion around who was making the announcements. There was like some fake people making the announcements. It was pretty bizarre. But yeah, this was where they announced their ventures. And overall, what I wanted to discuss was the Elon Musk mentality of releasing your public, or making all of your hard work and your IP publicly available. That's a little bit different than this, but same kind of underlying concept of you're trying to grow the space that you are succeeding in. So if you are building something and it's a small, tiny space, similar to crypto versus like, the banking industry, if you want to grow that pie, you need to do certain things. And whether or not, like Coinbase is saying that they're going to be investing in competitors or people that it doesn't necessarily look like they should be investing, because it would be something that would be a threat to them in the future. It just isn't responsible for them to not take that risk, just because the probability of them growing the space entirely is much greater than someone competing with them and hurting their bottom line in the future. It just not an effective way of looking at it. So another big thing that they added earlier this month was the Commerce API. So they drastically lowered the barrier of entry, as you can see from their tweet below here, that they are just all around disrupting commerce. You can plug in to their API. If you have a website that you're selling things on, you can pay in Ethereum or Bitcoin. It's very, very aggressive kind of mission behind Coinbase. Got to respect them and their legal team for doing all of this and supporting it. But another big one that I'm going to talk about separately was the supporting Bitcoin forks, and also their ERC20 token support that they just announced, I believe earlier this month. They've just been absolutely rapid firing their announcements. But supporting ERC20 tokens means that they're going to be supporting people from that alumni network. Because from what I understand and what I've researched, a lot of people in the Coinbase network, they have kind of spun out Ethereum projects. They've spun out a lot of different things that Coinbase wants to invest in, but I think that they can actually win twice if they invest in a company and then they list it on their exchange. It's almost like they're launching their own products to one of the biggest customer bases in the entire industry. So it's like an accelerator on steroids for crypto companies. They're funding it, they're launching it on their exchange, and it's just all out helping their PayPal mafia-esque approach to investing. And I really respect that. I like that approach. I think that it's going places, and I would love to talk to them about just in general what they're looking for. But they're supporting Bitcoin forks to Coinbase. For example, AC3, what you see right below me here, that is our coin, and that is a fork of Bitcoin. So effectively, Coinbase is going to be supporting that. Arguably, Litecoin is kind of similar to that, but yes, they're going to be supporting forks of Bitcoin in the future, which is very exciting. That means that more altcoins are in the future, and a lot of people have asked for it over the years, and I think that they finally said, like, all right, we are going to support tokens, ERC20, smart contract-based tokens, and we're also going to go all in on altcoins that have good projects behind them, and potentially ones that they're investing in. I would assume only ones that they're investing in, just because that would be the smartest thing for them. But overall, very excited about this. As you can tell, I love Coinbase. I love what they're trying to do. And yeah, you can see right here that they are adding Ethereum ERC20 in the coming months. So I just love the company. I love the idea that they've been around for a while. They're doing everything legally by the book, and now they're funding companies. So I think, at least from what I've been able to find and research, is that when they are, they're going to fund their companies and their alumni network, and then if it's a viable product and it takes off and somewhat helps the space, they're going to list it on their exchange, whether it's an ERC20 token or a fork from Bitcoin, or something similar to an altcoin. But that's what I wanted to show you guys today. Very exciting. I love the idea that they're going to be doing this. They're creating their own little ecosystem, and I just respect the hell out of them for that, because it's really, really admirable, and they're going to grow the space as a whole. They're going to add millions and millions of people to the crypto space by funding projects and launching them on their exchange. Beautiful kind of ecosystem that they've developed there. But that does it for this stream. If you guys like this stream, slap the like button. I'm sorry that I couldn't jump into the chat with everyone. I don't actually have my phone on me, so I can't read the chat. But yes, I will be putting the link to this blog post right here. I'll be putting that in the description below, and also be putting the link to AC3, our project, below, so you guys can go check that out when you get a chance. And I'll see you guys on